You guys, this is the One Piece King here, and good morning to all of you and everything, or unless it's night over there for you or afternoon, because time zones are a thing. Um, so like I said in the last one, I tried making a video where it was talking about why Kaido is Laido, reasons why, because like after 970 had released like last week on Friday, everybody was kind of like, wow, Kaido's really weak. It's like there was so much lore about this guy and everything, like there was so much to say about him, but then we get up to this point where it's like, Odin versus, Kaido, and everyone's kind of just having their, kind of like their whole worlds just turned upside down at that. They're just like, Kaido's really weak. It's like, no, 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 no. Kaido, I don't want to say is weak because of the fact of, because of the fact that, like, okay, I'm gonna put this in simple explanation because I sort of went a bit on a like long like explanation rant and stuff in the video that was supposed to be uploaded, but it never did. So there you go. But anyway though, Kaido is still strong. It's just like, it's just Kaido is like kind of a bit feeling bored and stuff, you know? Um, Now, whenever I went to go and watch Tekking's chapter review and everything, which by the way, shout out to his channel by the way. He got some Gucci content too. Um, but anyway though, whenever I went to go and watch his review and everything, and like basically since I didn't read the chapter or anything, sometimes I usually like watching chapter review videos and stuff because it's like, hey, like I could read the chapter, or I could also watch like a review video of somebody's perspective on it. I could do that because sometimes I like doing that, especially with techings and stuff. But um, apparently, uh, whenever the scabbards and the beast pirates and everything, like they went and kind of clashed and everything, like yes, there was a lot of beast pirates and everything. It wasn't just like only a small few numbers or anything. Like no, this is like freaking like a almost like a Naruto reference where it's like the final ninja war or something, or the I think it's either called the final ninja war or something ninja war, but basically, it's like it's basically the finale and stuff, like saying it's the finale of Naruto Shippuden or the Naruto series in general. Well, I mean, I can't really say that because Boruto still exists, but you get my point. Like the main Naruto series and stuff, like Naruto as the main character, his series is coming to an end, so that way his son could take over, which I don't approve of, like I don't like that. But, you know, but anyway though, so, well, I think they call it the Great Ninja War or something. Like I said, there's so many names that they really came up with this and stuff. I'm gonna call it the Final Ninja War and stuff, like the Great Final Ninja War or something. Probably just Final Ninja War. But anyway, though, you had all of these you had all these ninjas from all the villages and stuff in the Naruto, world, and they all came together and they were all gonna go and fight Madara Uchiha, who basically was the big main antagonist of Naruto, the entire series. And basically it was like all of them against him. Every single one of them went to go and try to challenge him and stuff. He kind of kicked a lot of their butts in the face. Kind of went and just threw them all around and stuff. Kind of was like, nope. It's like, all y'all are weaklings to me. Get out of here. You know, it's almost that same kind of sense and everything, except, except the scenario is changed up a bit where, the scabbards, there's 10 of them. I would say a bit of 11 because, Shinobu apparently joins in the fight and everything, and she helps them for a while, but spoilers, they don't win the fight. The scabbards lose the fight and everything. None of them die. They actually get wounded pretty badly and everything because the calamities, king and queen, are definitely not to be messed around with. Definitely not. Jack, I mean, I don't think Jack got anybody. I don't think, but from the way how I'm looking at it with Jack though, is like Jack's not a pushover, but it's like but it's kind of like whenever Jack kind of turns into the mammoth form and everything. I know the mammoth form that he has is like supposed to be like like supposed to be intimidating, like, oh, I changed to this creature and stuff, and and with this like immense power of strength from the said creature, I basically can like kind of cause destruction wherever I go, because he's called Jack the Drought and everything. He kind of example would be Zoe. Zoe used to be a beautiful land. Jack came in, turned to his mammoth form, started causing some ruckus, and now it's just kind of almost like a wasteland, which is pretty much sad. But but from the way how I look at it and everything, I could see Luffy, going up against Jack and everything. I know they're not gonna do that, but I'm just throwing in an example. Luffy could go and throw in like against Jack. Jack could be in his normal form for a while, and try to do all that, but when it doesn't work, he'll transform to the mammoth form. But I could definitely see like either Luffy or Frankie, they'll grab his trunk and everything. Actually, I can see Frankie definitely doing that. Frankie will definitely just go and grab freaking Jack's trunk and everything, and be all like, pew, like Frankie, freaking what he did in the latest episode of the anime. He did a Frankie suplex, or as he called it, the Frenosuke suplex. Which, by the way, he's still keeping the name of his Wano alias. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, it's like Frenosuke. You got it, buddy. You got it. But yeah, but he did the Frankie suplex. I can imagine that being like, Frankie versus Jack, and, Frankie kind of just suplexes, Jack into the ground, and it's like, had enough yet? Because I could do another one. I got a lot more fight in me, buddy. You know, but, but with Luffy, I don't see him doing a suplex. I could just see Luffy grabbing the trunk and kind of just like flinging him around and everything until he throws him, and it's all like, get out of here. You know, I could definitely see something like that and stuff, but like as in terms of like years ago, whenever it was like the Scabbards versus the Calamities, I would say that probably Jack at that time wasn't being a pushover. Jack was like, yeah, I may be like 8 years old, I may be like this young child in the group, but here's a funny little thing that gives me a boost. It's almost like God, I'm like throwing in so many freaking like anime references into said One Piece here. Because first I did Naruto and now I'm gonna do Dragon Ball because okay, so Jack technically I think is like half a fishman. I think like he has part fishman in him and everything. And the only way how we could tell by that is the teeth. Which he always wears the mask and stuff, but if you watch the Zoe arc from like beginning to end, and you see like Jack get kind of decimated and stuff, like him and his crew get decimated, by Zunisha, um, you can definitely see Jack's teeth because his mask breaks apart, and you can definitely see his teeth and everything. So that's technically why Jack's still, like why Jack is a fishman and everything. Like you don't see a lot of people with sharp teeth and stuff. I mean, Katakuri does, but Katakuri, it didn't really confirm he was part fishman at all in the Vibra cards. We don't even know what race he is. Like he's got the part human in him, but figuring out the teeth, it's like, now where did the teeth come from? Like where's that? Um, you know, but yeah. But anyway, though, another trait of it is that whenever we see Jack at the bottom of sitting at the bottom of the ocean and everything, like bottom of the sea, he's still alive. Jack isn't like drowning. He's not like he's not like trying to go and be like, I can't make it. No, like no, no, no. Like he's basically just sitting down there and everything, just like he's kind of just thinking to himself like, I screwed up, didn't I? It's like, I did not figure for that to happen. Well, back to square one. We're not messing with this now. I can't go back. I can go back to Wano where the rest of my crew are, but I cannot go back to Zoe because this is like a failed trip and everything. Like, I screwed up. Yeah. But throwing in the reference though. So since Jack is like 8 years old and he has like part fishman in him, I don't think he's a full bred fishman and everything because you can actually have it to where the species can cross with each other and stuff. Example is Praline from the Big Mom crew. Praline is technically half human, half fishman. Takes the human from Big Mom, her mother, and as for the father, we don't know who Praline's father is, but the father we can guess is a fishman. Well, a certain type of fishman and stuff. But you get the idea though that crossbreeding like that. Um, but with Jack though, yeah, it's kind of the same thing there where it's like he's half and half. And with that and everything, it's almost like it's almost like with Gohan and Trunks being well, and also Goten as well, but it's like them being half Saiyans and everything, like they're humans, but they're also like Saiyans and everything. They have the Saiyan blood in them, and with that and everything, they get like kind of like immense amount of strength, like immense amount of power. Jack gets that exception too. Like Jack kind of just gets, he gets insulted and everything, and he gets brought down a lot. But it's like they kind of forget. Like, you do realize he's also part fishman, right? Like, the fishmen do not get pushed over and everything, especially ones like Jinbei. Jinbei does not get pushed over, okay? Because that dude tanked a freaking emperor and everything. He freaking went like a gut punch to her and everything. The Big Mom, okay? Remember that moment? I remember that moment. That moment was go in the anime. I was like, yes, Jinbei, go. You know? Like, I kind of wish what the anime would have done and everything, probably like as a one last go kind of thing, um, would have definitely been like kind of what they did for the Dressrosa arc and everything, is that they could have played, I think they could have played like superpowers and stuff, like basically kind of like cutting over from like the beginning, like the beginning to the end of the arc and everything. Like, they could have done all that and stuff, just like what they do with Dressrosa, but they could be playing the opening of I think either superpowers or probably We Can. Probably like the opening 19 We Can, either superpowers or We Can. Like either one of those and stuff would have fit perfectly for that, and but yeah, but definitely we could have. I wish we would have gotten that, because that would have been perfect. Like, that would have also been perfect to end it right there and everything. Like, they're leaving Whole Cake and everything because they're headed to Wano at that moment, and it's like, and it's like Luffy and the group are kind of like reminiscing about what just happened there and everything, like all what they went through, but they survived, and then, like that would have been so perfect right there, but nope, they already, that's an idea out of the window right there and everything, because they're not gonna do it. But I'm just imagining if they did, that would have been great. You know what? If y'all want to make a comment down below of like, like, hey, you know what? Like, I could probably do something like a little bit with that. It's like, you could, huh? It's like, all right, all right. It's like, I'm gonna let you try to do that. Okay, make the dream happen, make the dream come true, because it feels right. Um. But back with the Kaido and Laido there and everything, because like I said, I went like on the biggest, longest info rant and stuff for, Kaido and stuff in the video that was supposed to be uploaded, but it never did. Um so alright, just to kind of throw in a brief explanation though, like I said, Kaido's not weak and everything, he's definitely a strong fighter. But that is the thing. Kaido is a fighter. Kaido is like I'm pretty sure whenever he was more active back in the day when he was, part of the Rock's crew and all that, Kaido, I'm pretty sure, was like a lot more active and was like, hey, I'm ready to challenge anybody, okay? I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to fight my crewmates because my captain doesn't really care. He's more of like a carefree kind of guy and everything. Like, not carefree in the sense of like what Roger's like, where Roger is sort of like, well, he's not carefree, he cares for his crew, but it's like carefree in the sense of like, well, I could be doing one thing and everything, but I wouldn't care about it. Like it's just me doing this and everything. But you harm any of my friends, my crew here, my carefree attitude's about to zero, and I'm about to show you what I'm truly made of. You know. But with Rocks though, it's a different story because it's like he really, from what I'm getting the vibe off of him, what I'm kind of reading off of and everything of what Rocks is like, and even kind of just looking at his character and everything, it's almost like looking at a Blackbeard where it's like, Rocks is more like a person like, yeah, I could care about my crew, but at the same time though, whatever they do is their problem. I'm not gonna worry about it. So if they want to fight, they can fight. It's not my problem and everything. But it's just if something were to happen to me, because I'm the main captain of this crew, yeah, I'm gonna start having some problems here. Like, okay, boys, like boys and girls on my crew, we got a problem. We gotta deal with this. So quit your freaking fighting and everything, and get on board because we gotta fight these guys and everything. Like, direct your fighting over to our enemy in the front. You know, but but yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said, Kaido was pretty active probably back in the day. We're most likely gonna get a flashback, to Kaido and everything of, him being younger and stuff. Like a young Kaido, a young Big Mom, and I think even a bit of a younger Whitebeard. Probably, like, yeah, pretty much like a younger Whitebeard and everything. Like Whitebeard, we already saw a young Whitebeard in the Odin flashback, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get like a much younger Whitebeard and stuff where it's like, like we're technically probably going to we're probably gonna also see that part of that flashback and stuff where it's like where we saw Newgate and everything, Edward Newgate before he became Whitebeard and everything. Cause I think this was also both manga and anime, but I'm gonna go on the anime route. Um it was during the Marineford War whenever Whitebeard was, well, not about to die, but he knew he was about to and everything. Um, Whitebeard kind of just like is looking over to his flag and everything, or not his flag, but he's kind of just like looking back, giving a smile because it's like, well, I lived a good life, and I had the most amazing crew I could ever ask for, but not just the main crew. I'm talking about like you guys, I'm talking about my allies and everything and the people I've met. You know, like you guys all gave me the perfect life I ever wanted. I wanted a family and I got that. So basically, thank you. Like thanks for, having me as your pops. Thanks for being my children, and kind of thanks for like also respecting the role and stuff of, what it means to be family on my ship. So, like basically just a big old thank you is what Whitebeard's giving. But he's also reminiscing about, the old days of whenever he used to be on a pirate crew way back. I would like to suspect it was, the rock ship and everything, but we didn't get to see the full crew because it's like, if we did, people would have been like, who are those two right there? Like freaking seeing a young Kaido and young Big Mom in the background or something. It would have been like, who are those two back there? It's like, oh, like Oda would be like, oh, those are you were not supposed to see that. Like he'll try to cover it up and be like, you were not supposed to see that. That's a blah blah blah, and the other one is a blah 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 too. Like that's a blah 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 one, and that's a blah 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 two. I'm not gonna reveal them much yet and everything, but you'll see who they are later. And then turning out to be Big Mom and Kaido. But you know, but no, we don't get to, we really don't get to see anything like that or something. All we do know is that Whitebeard was on a pirate, on a pirate ship and everything. He was on a crew way back and everything. He didn't have his own crew yet. And this was basically, yeah, this was basically around the point where it's like, one of the pirates was like asking like, what exactly did you want? You know, like if you didn't want this treasure, what exactly did you want? It's like, I wanted a family. And they're like, a family? It's like, what kind of pirate wants a family? It's like, nobody wants that. You know, it's like, just leave him be and stuff. He's kind of in his, in his own mind right there and everything. But hey, when Whitebeard went and left the crew, he actually got what he wanted. So in the end, it's kind of like, hey, things worked out for him, you know. But but yeah, cutting back over to that and everything, I'm pretty sure we would also get, yeah, I'm pretty sure we would also go back to the same flashback and stuff. Um, like I'm pretty sure Oda would probably like to, kind of reference that and everything, where it's like, oh yeah, they were on a journey and everything. Like this is the Rocks Pirates ship and everything. He's not gonna. I don't think he'll give it the name of the ship yet and everything, but he kind of would a little bit later on, either in a V card or something else. But whenever he does and everything, it's like this. Like here's this, and yeah, and basically like the same thing would happen and stuff, but except this time we'd get a bigger scope, of the other crew members on the ship instead of just those guys that we saw right there. I'm pretty sure we would see Big Mom and Kaido in the back and everything and be like, really? Like Newgate just wanted a family? It's like, what is he even doing on the ship anyway? You know? Like, I'm pretty sure Big Mom would probably be like that. Kaido would just be like, man, it's like he wanted a family. Pfft. It's like, nah, 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 nah. It's like, that doesn't really matter and everything. What really matters is that we get the fun fighting challenges. That's what we get. That's what I think this crew really means and stuff. Like, a lot of them, I think a lot of the Rock's crew members and stuff, like the big ones, kind of had their own ideals and everything of either what the crew meant in their eyes or basically like what it means to them. So in Kaido's eyes, it's like, I get to fight people. Yeah. Big Mom's more just like, I mean, it's like a joyride and stuff, so this is all right, this is fun. Whitebeard is more just like, it's like I don't know, like I could stick around for a bit longer, but this isn't really my kind of place. Shiki probably had fun too, because Shiki was also confirmed to be one of the members of that crew. So I'm pretty sure Shiki had fun. Shiki was just like, oh, it's like, you see, this is one of the good ones and stuff. Like, this is one of the good crews and stuff. If like, if it ever came to a point where either the crew disbanded after, we gave Rocks what he wanted to be king of the world, and we kind of all go our separate ways and do what we want to do, I'm gonna make my crew as kind of fun and lively as, what Captain Rocks is. That's what I'm gonna do. You know, because I could definitely see Shiki being like that. Shiki's just like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make my crew like the most the most known to the world and like being the most terrifying. Like people will fear the name of Golden Lion Shiki whenever, I either come pass by or it's just even even the words Golden Lion even get mentioned. It's like, oh no. No. Like they'll be looking around and be like, he's here. It's like, yes I am. Like he's just walking down the street and be like, yes I am. I have arrived. But but Kaido, I'm pretty sure was like really active and wanting to fight all the time. He'd always do one-on-one fights and everything because he could do group fights and everything, but I'm pretty sure Kaido knew his limit. And because I mean, if he was to do group fights and everything, that's like asking the entire crew to fight him and stuff. Which I'm pretty sure he did that about a couple of times, and probably didn't work well for him because it's like the strength of his other crewmates all at once against him. That's not gonna be an easy fit and everything. That's not gonna be an easy one for him. So I'm pretty sure he just wanted to do one-on-one fights and everything. Was testing the strength of his other crewmates and was like, man. So you guys like are also strong, but you know what? Like I'm gonna get stronger too. Like even at this base level right now and everything, like I could still pull it off strong and everything. Probably one that he also respected and everything along the ship was Whitebeard because, I'm pretty sure him and Whitebeard, had clashed for like a couple of times and stuff. Like, first time, I'm pretty sure whenever they fought and everything was either whenever they recruited Newgate onto the ship or, Newgate was already on the ship, but it was like he was a bit quiet. And, Kaido was just like, man, it's like, I don't like this guy being quiet. It's like, hey, you, mister. It's like, I'm gonna go and, I'm gonna go challenge you to a fight. Come on. And then they just duke it out, but in the end, it's like Whitebeard wins, and it's like, oh, it's like, dude, okay, like you're pretty strong for a silent guy, it's like, okay, all right, I got beat up, and he just accepts it and everything, because it's like, Kaido got his challenge of what he wanted, and it's like, well, I gave it all what I got, you gave it all what you got, and it seems like you won. It's like, you know what? I like you. It's like, what's your name? It's like, it's Edward Newgate. It's like, okay, Newgate. It's like, I'm Kaido. Nice to meet you. It's like, welcome aboard the Rocks crew. It's like, thanks. Even though I think you're a bunch of, like, a lively bunch and everything, but I think I can manage. Kaido's just like, yeah, you can definitely manage on this crew. Someone strong like you, I'm pretty sure that's why the captain chose you, because you're a pretty strong guy. At least in Kaido's eyes, that's what he thinks. It's like, you know what? I think the captain chose you because you're a really strong guy and everything. But Whitebeard's more looking at it like, it could be that, but it could be something else on why it chose someone like me. It's like, never really know the reasons with that guy. But, but yeah, but he had people he idolized that gave him, like a good, fun challenge and everything that were stronger than him. Ruggs, his captain, I'm pretty sure, like, those two duked it out before and everything, and I'm pretty sure that's how it got Kaido to join the crew, because, he would then idolize or admire his captain, Rocks, through the whole way through. And, Kaido is just like, you know what? Like, there's a good reason why I joined this crew. It's because, our captain is the strongest guy I've ever met. Like, yeah, y'all, a lot of y'all are, like, pretty tough bunches, too. But the captain is, he's the strongest. Like, he beat me up. You know? Like, I kind of got these scratches and everything, but that's because of him. Like, the captain gave me all that. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, he did that. So Kaido is just all having that and everything, you know? But with the God Valley incident that happened like 40 years ago from the main story, or it was either 39 or 40 years ago, but either way, um, throughout all that and everything, Kaido and the others went their separate ways and stuff. Kaido probably must have felt really upset and was like, they took away my captain? Like, the man that was like, most, much more powerful than I was? That's not fair. It's like, that's not fair. You know? Like, Kaido would kind of be, like, upset and just be like, like, he'd be done with himself and everything, but, but I'm pretty sure it didn't drive him to the point where it's like, he feels like he doesn't need to live, because, I'm pretty sure that point came later on whenever he met more challenges, but then they didn't make it and everything, like, they either got captured and taken away, or, flat out, they just, kind of died right off right there and everything, and it's like, really? Really? Why? Every time? It's like, I just want a fun challenge again. It's been so long. Come on. Like, yeah. But he kind of resembles Bullet a little bit, because Bullet's almost the same way from, the Stampede movie. Bullet admired Roger for his strength, in which, he would always want to go and challenge Roger, but he knew Roger was going to beat him and stuff, because, Roger is much stronger than Bullet for some oddly reason. Like, if Roger was still alive right now, like, how... like, if Roger was still alive right now and everything in the main, in the main story, and if he just randomly showed up in One Piece Stampede and was all like, hey, Bullet, I haven't seen you in forever, how you doing? It's like, Roger? How are you alive? It's like, well, stuff happens. I honestly don't know how I came back, but I'm back, you know? But, but yeah, like, if they were to duke it out again and everything, I'm pretty sure Roger would win at that point, and Bullet would still be like, still, even after all this time that I went through, all this training, all this, stuff I went through and everything, throughout most of the years you've been gone, you're still stronger than me. It's like, how? It's like, like Roger would just basically tell him, like, power doesn't mean everything, you know? Like, that's kind of the way how most people in the world will view it, is that power means everything, but it really doesn't, So it's something else about a person that truly, awakens the true strength, in them, making them, making it to where, like, they have good willpower. In which Bullet would kind of look at it like, it's neither a devil fruit or hockey. It's just something. It's like, what is that something? Like, he'll think about it. But, but with Kaido, though, almost showing that kind of reference right there, like, if Rox was still alive and everything, and, Kaido had found him, Kaido would have been all like, wanting to duke it out with his captain again, but his captain, would still beat him. Like, he would still kind of beat him in the fight. Kaido would then be like kind of asking the same question, like, how is it that you're still stronger even after it's been so many years? Like, I thought the years would catch on to you and you wouldn't be able to beat me anymore. Like, I would be able to win this time. It's like, no. No, Kaido. It's like, no. You see, boy, I, I went through some things myself, but I'm like, I've unlocked things, within me that I never would have thought I would have, and that's something you could do, because maybe you might tap into your true strength one day, like, Kaido's already strong as it is, but it's like, he's trying to figure out, like, how could he be much stronger than the people he's faced that have beat him up before? Like, he's thinking about that, especially Rox as captain. Like, he would be thinking, like, how is he so much stronger than me? It's like, how? That doesn't make any sense. Or even Whitebeard, because I'm pretty sure after the crew went their separate ways and everything, I even talked about this in a Twitter group and everything, because, a lot of, like, this one guy wasn't really, this one guy that I, went and tried to explain to and everything of what, the video I was gonna upload was about anyway. He didn't really care because he's like, I don't, like, he's looking at it like, okay, look, I understand that this is a controversy thing, that this is happening, like, why people think that Kaido is basically, like, this weak emperor and everything during this flashback, but somehow he gets buffed out to be the strongest, like, how does that work? It's like, no, 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 like, basically, but basically no. It's like Kaido's always been strong. It's just, he's facing challenges, people like challengers or challenges. I could say either one, but he's facing those, and Odin, whenever Odin went to go and, deliver the blow and everything, like, he went into, like, delivered the X mark, on his body and everything, sort of almost like Luffy and everything with Akainu. That's really weird, isn't it? That's like a weird resemblance. Now I am like, now it's gonna get me coming up with a different theory of, is Kaido gonna feel some kind of connection with Luffy because of the scars? Like, I feel like the scars mean something, because even though Luffy didn't get his scar by, by swords or anything, well, technically there was a foreshadow, this was a filler in the anime where, Luffy fought Zoro, like, they legit fought, they legit fought and everything in, Whiskey Peak and stuff, but it wasn't, like, a full-out, it wasn't a full-out battle to where they, suffered any injuries or anything, but, but in this one, in this one filler arc where, I believe it was, like, the memory arc or something, where, there was there was this kid that had a devil fruit and everything. I forgot what his fruit was because I didn't even know that the kid even had a devil fruit. I literally thought that this kid went and picked up this, random seahorse one day, um, and it goes to, and it kind of, its whole goal was basically to go and kind of suck up all the memories and everything of, the town, like the townsfolk of the island. It went and did it to the Straw Hats as well, and, like, that's it, but no. I went, like whenever I went and kind of was, watching the episodes all the way through and everything, well, I need to catch up back on that and everything because I think the One Piece anime in the dub is actually going to be coming back this month, I think. Um, but anyway, though, but it turns out that whenever I went to go watch the whole thing through and stuff, it turns out that that little seahorse and everything actually, had a dream all along to be like a Millennium Dragon. Yeah, Millennium Dragon. That was also a filler tie-in, like way back in the East Blue, and I was surprised at that. I was like, man, I almost forgot about those dragons and stuff, but that's cool. It's like that's cool they brought that back. Like a filler within a filler. That is awesome. It's like that is so cool. But but yeah though, but with that filler and everything, the kid and the seahorse, they kind of went and manipulated Zoro because Zoro had lost his memories. He doesn't know where he is. And they went and kind of manipulated him and everything, controlled his mind, and Zoro wasn't like, basically Zoro wasn't being so, like of a peace type of person, so like the crew were kind of scared whenever Zoro was kind of like, kind of in a demonic mode or something. And Luffy was kind of suggesting like, don't you guys worry, I'm gonna go and fight him and everything. He's pretty much stronger and everything, but that's not gonna stop me because I'm stronger too. So, Luffy tells this crew to go, and then it's just like Luffy versus Zoro. They duke it out and everything. But Zoro, he does an onigiri attack, and it leaves a slash of an X on Luffy's chest and everything on his body, but that's only filler. That doesn't really stay for long and everything. It wasn't like yeah, it's not really, yeah. I don't yeah, it's not really like like it left any like wounds or anything on Luffy, like it left any cuts on him or something. Not anything like that and everything. It was just like this big old rubber, like, well, not real. Well, I mean, he basically his body is made of rubber, but but basically it was like this big old X shape and everything of a cut that was on, that was on his body right there, and I almost thought of it like that's a bit of a foreshadow and everything, saying what's to come to the future of the anime where Luffy does get his permanent like X scar and stuff, but you know let me throw in the facts for y'all. If y'all still want to say Zoro was the one that did it and everything, no. Because, like, if you keep watching further, like, after the filler and everything, like, I think that they're supposed to be going to, like, Water 7 after that. Yeah, you keep watching through and everything. Yeah, you keep watching through. Luffy does not have the X, he doesn't have the little X mark on his chest anymore. He doesn't have that. That's because, it's a filler, and even if it were, like, the true real deal, that mark wouldn't even be there and everything, because, like, it looked like Zoro wasn't really trying as hard and stuff, because I think, his mind was just all like, that's my friend right there. Like, I have a feeling I know this guy, and we're gonna fight, but I'm gonna let you off easy, because I have this weird feeling in my head, like, we're friends, and we go on adventures together. It's like, I'm not gonna do anything to this guy. Like, it'll seem like I am gonna do something to this guy, but I really am not. So it's like, Zoro does the attack and everything, but it's all like, if I really wanted to, you would not be here right now, but for some oddly reason, you're lucky I'm sparing you right now. And then he just walks away, you know. But yeah, so I just think like, Luffy could kind of just like, kind of go gum gum balloon. The X scar would go away, or not really the scar, but the X cut would go away and everything, and Luffy would regain his shape back and stuff. Like, that like that little mark wouldn't be there anymore. But but as for the Alkainu thing, that thing is permanent. That thing is permanent. That mark, that scar will be there forever. It's still, and it still hurts him whenever Alkainu's name is mentioned and stuff, where it's like, Jinbei is kind of like, Jinbei is kind of like talking to the crew about like what happened during the 2 years. He mentions Alkainu's name, and Luffy feels the ache in that scar, like, that guy. It's like that guy that went and attacked Ace. No. The war. It's like, I'm getting flashbacks here. This is bad, you know? And, but, I mean, it doesn't go that bad, but it's like he feels the pain of the scar because Alkainu is the one that gave him that scar. So he's like, that guy. It's like, I never really liked that guy, you know? I like there was a time whenever I threw in a similar possibility that Kaido with his scar and everything, the minute Odin's name gets mentioned and everything, Kaido would feel, like he would feel a bit of the pain on his scar and everything, like on him, and it would be like, you know, that guy was a pretty strong guy. He really gave me the blow on this one. He really, delivered, kind of like a big old attack blow. Pretty strong dude, I must say. Pretty strong samurai. Oh, great. you know? But, but yeah, though. But Kaido was more of just looking for a challenge all this time. His challenges kept, basically just dying off every single one. I want to say his very first one was Rocks because, I guess throwing into like an origin story for Kaido, depending on where Kaido even came from is the real question. Some people are throwing on theories that Kaido is one of the ancient demon race or something, like basically like the demon giant race, like Oars and Oars Jr., like one of them, because apparently they have horns. They're really huge and everything, and but at the same time though, it's like but at the same time though, their bodies are not indestructible. They could still get hurt, they could still feel pain. Kaido, on the other hand, is completely different. He cannot feel anything. Like if you go and throw punches at him or something, or you try to go and like slash at him, well, slashing at him and everything, yeah, your sword is gonna break apart. Okay, it doesn't matter how big it is. Like if you're a giant and you carry like the most biggest sword you can, and you want to go and like that thing is gonna shatter. Okay, that blade is gonna shatter. I'm sorry, but you can't cut Kaido. You can't cut him. I mean, unless if you had Enma and Amano Habakiri, if you have those two swords, technically, yeah, you can, but if you don't, your regular blades ain't gonna do nothing to him, alright? Your regular blades ain't gonna do nothing. It's gonna be like, ping, like, it's gonna just, like, break off and stuff. It's like, uh-oh, there's a problem. but, but yeah, though. Kaido, I was about to say Koet. The new fusion, Kaido and Bullet, Koet. Or, yeah. Well, that's just adding the K, replacing the B and putting a K in front of Bullet's name, so it's Koet. But no. But Kaido, like, whenever with the chapter review attacking, he also said that the witch basically, the witch had a name, but I'm just gonna call her that for now. The witch that has the clone fruit abilities went and disguised herself as Momo and everything to kind of throw Odin off to get him off his guard. Like it worked, but at the same time though, I'm thinking like when that instance happened, like Kaido did went and took his chance and everything, but it wasn't like Kaido was afraid where it was like it wasn't like Kaido was afraid whenever he got, kind of a big blow and stuff from Odin. He wasn't afraid. He was like, this hurts a lot. It's like, okay, dude, okay. You know what? we're gonna get, we're gonna get serious here and everything, But before he could get really serious and everything, like, I'm pretty sure if Odin wasn't like thrown off of his guard and everything, I'm pretty sure Odin probably would have blocked Kaido's club, the Konobo. I'm pretty sure he would have blocked that. It would have been all like, yeah, we are gonna get serious, Kaido. I've been waiting to take you down, buddy, because I feel like, besides Orochi, besides, that woman that somehow can turn into people, like other people, my friends, the people and everything, and this other old man that can create like barriers by crossing his fingers, like, like, besides those two, you're the biggest problem of them all. If I take you out, I can get majority of the problems out of the way. But I feel like Orochi knew that was gonna be coming, so that's why, yeah, so that's why he's like, okay, witch lady, I'm gonna need you, I'm gonna need you to kind of go and defend Kaido for me and stuff. Like, I'm gonna need you to kind of just do something to throw them off, because if I lose Kaido and everything, because you two might be on your last legs at this point, if I lose Kaido, I'm my whole thing is gonna fall apart and stuff. Like, those guys are just gonna be waiting until you two fall, and then no one's gonna save me. Like, I'm not gonna make it this time. My whole thing of being Shogun of Wano is gonna be completely thrown away. It's gonna be thrown out the loop here. I'm gonna be like, kind of thrown out the castle. So can I, like, can I have y'all kind of just defend Kaido for me, please? Like, I'll have the barrier dude defending me just in case we got, any other, person that's on Odin's side that would want to go and sneak attack me and stuff. Like, I hope not. But if there is, that's why I'm keeping the old man at my side and stuff. The old barrier dude right here. The witch lady, she could turn into other people and stuff, could also protect me and everything, but I feel like she needs to go and protect, or not Odin, but, protect Kaido, because Kaido, I lose him, and you two kind of kick the bucket there, I'm gonna have some real problems here. Like, my Shogun title is not gonna last very long if all y'all fall, so this is gonna be bad. And, so basically, yeah, that's kind of why I think Orochi kind of just, interfered with the fire and stuff and everything. I'm pretty sure it threw Kaido off a bit and everything. Like, Kaido went and delivered the blow and stuff on Odin, but it's like, Kaido was more just like, this guy. I'm okay with working with this guy. He's holding his end of the agreement that I can basically have, my own kind of area to live in and everything, like Onigashima over there, having my mansion being built over there and everything, all that, it's fine, but at times like this, though, when I'm getting me a proper challenge, like, I can have my entire crew be fighting this guy, but if it's just me and him going on the one-on-one, yeah, I was having pretty fun, like, I was, when I, okay, that's actually wrong to say. I basically, was having a fun time. I was having like a fun moment. I was finally getting my challenge after like so many long years and everything. Because his Captain Rocks is already gone, so Kaido's just like, yeah, I've been kind of going around, kind of just doing my own thing and stuff before I came to this country, and I've been kind of been getting bored. I've been like fighting people all the time and stuff, like every single day. I've been getting, like, I've been fighting like many different like factions and everything. I've been fighting other pirates. They do nothing for me, Well, I'm pretty sure besides Whitebeard and everything, because I'm pretty sure him and Whitebeard like crossed paths before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they crossed paths before Odin even met Whitebeard and stuff. But but I'm pretty sure like they crossed paths before and fought and everything. And Kaido's just like, well, I still have that guy around and everything. So guess not everything is so bad, but But as for everybody else, though, they don't do it for me anymore. Like, it doesn't work for me. I can fight other pirates, I can fight Marines if I want to, and it's just, it doesn't do it for me anymore. This is ridiculous. Now, you could say that, if he, like, you could say that, either the vice admirals or what they would become of admirals later on and everything. I guess throwing in the example of Garp, because during this time period, Garp was still young. Garp was probably like, let's see, I forgot how old Garp is and everything. I don't think Garp's in his 80s. I don't think. Like, I'll have to check on the age, but with 40 years ago, Garp was pretty young. I would say like the 30s and the 40s and everything, or almost the 50s and everything for Garp. Um, but Garp was pretty strong and everything. Dude really carried titles on his head. He really did. And even in his fist too and everything. He was actually called Garp the Hero at one point, the hero of the Navy, but he was but that was because of the whole Roger thing and stuff. But way before he was called Garp the Fist. And it's just the reason why is because the reason why is because Garp pretty much does the job done with a single fist, with a single fist punch, you know? Like literally, a pirate attack, a pirate attack at a country and everything, like at a kingdom. You send Garp there, like Garp's already there and would punch the living crap out of every single one of them and be like, "I'm sorry, there was a white." Like he would basically just be like, kind of just holding up, the captain and stuff, like a pirate captain and stuff, like a random one, kind of holding up, like, kind of holding up by the collar of his shirt and everything, kind of like this, and be like, I'm sorry, there was a white, because the way how I'm looking at it and everything is that I see a bunch of beaten up pirates on the floor, and I'm about to go and drag them back to Impel Down. I'm about to go and just have them in prison so we can just take care of this matter. Like that's how Garp rolls. Garp's just all like, ugh. It's like you pirates. It's like some of y'all have no idea what you're doing. Like I remember fighting a few pirates and stuff, and guess what? They weren't even half bad. They actually were pretty tough. But you guys, like, I get it, you guys are still keeping, like, this age of piracy alive, but at this point, just get out of here. Just get out of my face, alright? Get out of my way, get out of my sight, like, just take him away. Garb's just, like, bored with them. But he's also okay with doing his job and stuff as, being a vice admiral of the Navy. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure though that like putting it in as like a specific term for whenever Kaido wants to look for challenges and everything, and he admires people for it. Like admires them for their strength. It's like he doesn't want to go and join the Marine side because Garp. But like, well, we don't really know if Garp technically beat up Kaido. We can say he did during the God Valley incident. Um, Probably even Roger too and everything, but Kaido wouldn't join Rogers and stuff because it's like, well, I admire the man, but it's like, we'll meet again, I'm sure. We'll meet again. Or maybe Kaido already knew about Roger not being able to live long or something. I don't know. Because I think that's been like mentioned. I think like a couple of years or so. Whenever Odin and Roger met and stuff, like Roger's just like, yeah, I don't have much longer to live, so we gotta go. I'm pretty sick and everything, so we gotta go. We gotta go now. But yeah, but Kaido would not want to go and join the Navy because, Garp and probably other Marines and stuff, probably Goku too, once I think about it, are basically like, yeah, these guys are pretty tough and everything, it wouldn't hurt to join the Marines and stuff, but to kind of be under the employ of Garp and everything, because this dude's pretty strong. Like, no, Kaido would be more like, look, I fought you, you're a pretty strong dude and everything. I'm gonna try to train harder, but I feel like the next time we meet, I'm gonna get beat up pretty bad again. So, you know what? You know what? Like, dealing with you Marines is literally like, dealing with any other pirate crew and everything. However, I will admit y'all have some, stronger foes in there and everything, or some, kind of strong soldiers, but no. It's like y'all have your own faction and everything. I'm looking for more of other strong, pirates or other, or basically other people that aren't really in the marine, kind of base touches and everything. So that means I don't need no admirals. I don't need no vice admirals. Like don't send any marine officials and everything. Like not even warlords of the seas, because I think those guys don't even stand a chance against me. All right, I already fought one of them before. Um, well, we're not exactly sure when Mordia became a warlord of the sea, because I really think Oda should have definitely been like kind of giving a bit of background and stuff on each of on each of the warlords and everything. Like either the X ones, yeah, like the X ones, but also the ones that we also kind of like we don't have them anymore because the warlord system is abolished. That's also spoilers. I'm sorry, but yes, the warlord system is done. Fuji got what he wanted. They're gone. They're done. So I guess all of them are ex warlords now. Now that I think about it, yeah, all ex warlords and everything. We definitely need, like basically that detail on how all of them became warlords of the sea, because the way how we're all reading it and everything, the only info we really got was Mihawk. It was like, the instant that when Mihawk went to go and watch Roger's execution and stuff, it was pretty much like it didn't even take Mihawk that long. It was like after watching the execution, he left, and I'm pretty sure like sometime in his journey or something, like not too long or something, but like, probably about like a couple of weeks or so, it's kind of like the Marines kind of acknowledged Mihawk's strength and saw what he could do, and they're just like, hey, we kind of got this thing opened up, and it's called, the Warlords of the Sea. Do you want to join us? Because the only exception that we only, have for you and everything is that you have to answer to our every call, no matter what. But other than that, though, for all your other, things or whatever you have, like going on for yourself, we're not gonna mess with you. We're not gonna bother you. It's just, if you go, like basically if we have to summon you for like a big event, say a war, or we need you, like we need you to go and take care of like these pirates at this kingdom or something, like something major, so to say, we're gonna call you, and you have to answer that call, because if you don't, we're probably going to be really suspicious of you and everything for not showing up. Like you can show up and everything, but just make sure to do it quickly. But if you're going to go and lounge around and basically be like, nah, I'm not really going to go, yeah, we're going to be suspicious of you, and your title of warlord is going to be like kind of hanging from a thread. Like we're not going to be so, polite and nice with you anymore, you know. Mordias, we really don't know how he even got his and everything. I don't think there was much of a background story with his. Jinbei, there sort of was. Like, I'm pretty sure Jinbei was pretty young at the time and everything. It was after the fall of Fisher Tiger and after Arlong got arrested, and got sentenced to impel down at the time and everything. I think he got sentenced to impel down and everything. He got sentenced to a prison. Jinbei, Jinbei basically went and was like, okay, I need to do something. I need to do it quick. I need to get my friend out of there. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Like, Jinbei kind of proves himself and everything kind of worthy in the Marines' eyes, and be like, huh, he's a pretty strong fish, man, Like, okay. It's like, background check, this guy was part of the Sun Pirates with Fisher Tiger. But this one's a pretty strong one and everything compared to a lot of the other ones that we've seen. So let's go and make this guy a warlord, Like, let's go and make him. He seems like a worthy one and everything. He doesn't seem like he's gonna go and do anything backstabbing to us and everything. And I'm pretty sure that Jinbei also offered himself to be one and stuff, and so the Marines are kind of just looking at them, like, looking at each other like, hmm, having a fishman as a warlord of the sea, especially this one. Okay. Like, they just say okay and be like, here you go. You know, got your little invitation there, buddy. Welcome to the Warlords. You know, you got your position. It's like, thank you. Now, I only have one request right now. It's like, yes. It's like, what is your request? It's like, I want you to free, Arlong and, like any person that was with him. Like Arlong and his group of lackeys. I want you to free those guys out of Impel Down, from me, all right? Because they're going to be under my watch. I'll make sure of it, and there you go from there. But as we all know, Arlong just basically was like, yeah, like, I'm not really going to give you a thank you and everything because you broke me out. This is definitely not the way because you joined the people, that basically, got rid of our captain and stuff, that we had to watch that and stuff. So it's like, this is ridiculous. And so Arlong goes his own way and everything, and Jinbei's just like, I did this for you, buddy. I did this for you because I don't want to see any of our people get arrested. Okay, so I don't need to thank you, but I'm just gonna tell you, you're welcome. So there you go. But trying to think with yeah, Boa, I'm not really sure. The only thing I can really guess is because of her Devil Fruit ability that basically it was like an instant win for her. It was like an instant W where they were just like, she's a pretty one. It's like, in fact, she's too pretty. Oh boy. And basically, yeah, just an instant join to the Warlords because, Boa's Devil Fruit and everything, the Love Fruit. It's like, can we have this one? Can we have this girl be a part of the Warlords? That would be so cool. It's like, fine. It's like, give her the invitation. This is... You idiots. You idiots could not keep an eye off of her. It's all like, no sir, we cannot. It's like... Let's see. Kuma, I'm not really sure how... I did kind of like an origin story I made up for Kuma and everything. I did. I don't know if it really adds up though and everything. I think I need to kind of recheck that a bit because I did say with Kuma's that it was like he joined the revolutionaries because like Kuma was kind of like with his actions and everything of being this king that like he's a king but he's a respected king, like he's a kind guy. Kuma kind of just Kuma is just like doing what he likes to do. He likes to help, people that deserve it and everything, which is why he's recognized by the Revolutionary Army. He likes to give people the freedom, the satisfaction that, they're safe and they can live peaceful lives and everything, and that's what, and that's basically what the Revolutionary Army is all about. They're all about basically giving the people, the happiness, the peace, the freedom, and that's why they kind of looked at Kuma like, well, shoot, this guy does the same thing we're doing, but why don't we have him in our group? It's like, I don't know. It's like, let's go and ask him, and that's how he joins, but, I then kind of write later on and everything that during, Kuma's missions as a Revolutionary Army commander, I believe he was a commander and stuff, like, he basically was one of the big ones and stuff. Kuma was not to be messed with, but Kuma would kind of go around and everything and, kind of still be doing his job and everything because Dragon would command it and be like, look, these countries right here and everything are basically under, like they're under the rule of these kings. They're corrupted, and they're even, some of them are even letting like pirates kind of being involved in this and everything. Like there's some kind of weird thing going on here. So Kuma, I'm gonna kind of need you to help out, buddy. It's like, no problem. I got it. So he goes and does that and everything, but I don't think I really wrote down on how he even got the name of Tyrant. I think the reason why he got the name of Tyrant is because even being as a Revolutionary Army commander and everything, the way he does some things and stuff, it's not really so peaceful. It's more like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you a warning once, okay? Before this sets out and everything. Because once this sets out, I'm never going back, all right? I'm never gonna go, I'm not gonna go basically be thinking back like, oh shoot, what have I done? No, I'm not gonna do that. I am basically gonna be looking at this like, I gave them a warning. They didn't listen. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Kuma's done this a couple of times and everything throughout most of his missions that he's been carried out, to take care of and stuff while he's in their group. And with all that being said and everything, Kuma pretty much was just like, you know what? I gave them their warnings. They still wanted to fight and everything because they looked at me like I'm a joke. Ursa shock, like boom, and it's like, there you go. I warned you. I warned you, but you didn't listen. So this is what you get. It's like I'm not giving you another warning. Never again. And it's just he leaves. And I'm guessing that's where he got his name, the tyrant Bartholomew. I can't say his freaking name. I'm just gonna say Kuma, okay? He's been called Tyrant Kuma, okay? And yeah, basically I think being tyrant means like you don't really give much I think tyrant means like you don't give much pity to your enemies and everything. Like you give them a warning once, but if they kind of just are like looking at it like, are you giving me a warning? It's like, this is a joke. All right. It's like, kill this guy. It's like, I gave you a warning. But it seems it's not working out for you. So, Ursa shock. Boom. you know. And yeah, like Kuma does not really go and, pity, the enemies of his people and everything. Although people can kind of look at that like, didn't Kuma kind of, pity like Zoro a bit and everything with accepting the fact that or not really accepting the fact, but it's like accepting what Zoro was willing to do for Luffy and stuff, where it's like, I will take my captain's like, place to be in this pain, and Kuma is just looking at it like, you want to do that? Well, now, it's like, look, this is going to be your choice here, and it's going to be yours to make. So, I'm going to let you know something. Once I take care of this, there's no going back. Because I'm not going to take it out of you and everything, because I'm going to look at this like, you didn't hold your end of the word, alright? You didn't hold your end of the bargain of this, so that means I got to remove all that out of you, put it, back in him. He feels the pain. He ain't going to be coming back. He's going to be feeling all of that, And Zoro is, Zoro's like, I'm going to take full responsibility of this, like, no doubt. And they do that and everything, so it's almost like Kuma does pity them a little bit, but not as in pity as in like, oh, well, I'll do this tiny little thing for y'all and everything, say I didn't see y'all and go away. No, Kuma is just like, I can't bring him back because you won't allow it to happen. So I'm going to cut you a little deal, because it seems like you want to take his place. So I'm going to allow that to happen. You're going to suffer, like all this for eternity. All right? I hope you understand that. So please, like, please, do you accept this or not? It's like, I do. And then they carry it from there. But, I'm pretty sure way back with his missions and everything, he's been called a tyrant and stuff. And that's probably why he's got his epithet, because he doesn't really like giving, pity to the people. He'll give them a warning, but it's like, look, I'm done with y'all. Like, you still try to fight even with this warning. I'm not going back from this. All right, I'm not going back. So that boom, it's like that happens. How he became a warlord, I'm pretty sure like with all that and everything, they recognized him as a pirate because Kuma's not gonna reveal himself to be a Revolutionary Army commander, because if he did, the government most definitely, like the Marines and the government most definitely would not, appreciate that. They would have him arrested immediately. They'd be like, no. It's like having him as one of those guys and everything. Those guys are definitely our enemy, especially their leader. No, arrest that one immediately. We have him on our clutches now. Arrest that one. It's like, uh-oh. But no, I'm pretty sure Kuma probably kept that a secret, like he was going undercover, like he was still, a Revolutionary Army, member and everything, but it's not like he carried the flag and stuff with him and everything. It was like Kuma would be carried out to do these missions. Um, he would go and sail out in a ship and everything, probably with, other members. And, basically, yeah, they would basically be like trying to tell Kuma, like, hey, like, Kuma, isn't this kind of a bad idea though that it's gonna be like kind of a few of us and everything with you? Because I feel like you alone should do this. And Kuma's just like, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like, this is only a one-time mission, boys, but yeah, for the next one, just tell Dragon back at the base that that I'm basically gonna be doing this alone. I'm fine. And it's like, yes, sir. It's like, we'll tell him. It's like, good, and then from then on, yeah, he's just been doing missions alone. But I'm pretty sure at that point, the government recognizes that as like, huh, it's like a pirate is doing this and everything, because they don't recognize Kuma as a regular citizen, but they recognize him as like, a pirate because he's doing all these things that to their eyes don't like doesn't seem peaceful because he's taking out, kings and he's fighting other, pirates and everything, but he's not fighting in the name of justice. He's fighting by his own free will, in which the government's not going to allow that. So they're just all like, he's a worthy one indeed. It's like, what about that one? Like, why don't we invite him to the warlord? We're, our positions and everything, like, we're supposed to have 7, and some of our positions are already filled. So why don't we hire that one? It's like, you want to hire that one, sir? It's like, yes, that one. The big guy right there, the one that's carrying the book. It's like, okay, sir. It's like, we'll go and hire that one. Like, we'll go hire him for the warlords and stuff. And I'm pretty sure he took that opportunity because Dragon probably, I'm pretty sure he was first being all like, well, I don't know what I should really do and everything about this. But then Dragon's probably telling him, like, in secret and everything through communications. Dragon's probably telling Kuma, like, hey, if they're inviting you to the warlords, that gets you even closer to where our goal is needed to be met. We're not, like, their whole goal is not to destroy the government and everything, but to destroy the Celestial Dragon system. Like, to screw all those guys. So, he's telling Kuma, like, look, take this opportunity, try and get as much info as you can. Don't make it suspicious, because you're one of them. But try to get as much info about those guys as you can. We'll get a plan ready. When the time is ready to strike, which basically we're planning it to be, the next reverie that's going to be happening this year, or, the next few years later, that's that's whenever we're going to go and strike and everything. So, Kuma, like, buddy, we're going to need, we're going to need your help, we're going to need your help and everything with this. So, I know it's going to be hard to do this because those guys are our enemies and everything. They don't like us. We don't like them. But, just this once. If anything goes bad, we're coming back for you, okay? In which case it did, because I don't know if they found out of who Kuma truly was or not, but Kuma's been turned into, the pacifista, a cyborg, and he's been roughed up pretty bad and everything through all that and stuff. He's not looking too good, in which that's making Dragon mad whenever he realized that's what they did and stuff. Like, after the war, Ivankov is telling Dragon, like, this is what happened to Kuma, this is what I saw at the war. It's pretty bad, and Dragon's just, like, angry about it. He's like, they did what to our friend? They did what? It's like, mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's like, alright. The referee is going to be happening in the next couple of years. We need to do this, like, fast, alright? We need, like, Kuma has done his part, but it seems like he's got himself too deep into this and everything. I don't blame him. I'm pretty sure it would have happened to the others as well, which is why I didn't want it happening to any of them. Not even him. So it's like, Dragon's like, we need to get him back. Alright, we need to get Kuma back. This is not what I thought would happen, but we need to do it, So that's why they tried doing it at the referee, but I think they failed. But anyway, though, yeah, so I think that's what Kuma's story with the warlords there. let's see, who else do we have and everything? Crocodile, no idea how he even got into it and everything. I don't think it was even explained in some kind of Viva card or something on how Crocodile became a part of the Warlords, like how he was recognized. Um, no idea really. Probably might make I think I might make an origin story for Crocodile if I didn't. I might make one for him and be like, okay, this is what I think of how he became part of the Warlords and stuff, like how he was recognized. Like this is how his story is. Um, Buggy, we already knew on how he was, in the Warlords and everything because after the events of the war, Buggy was just, lucky, I guess. But the Marines are more just looking at it like, well, he keeps gathering more people to join him, so that's more firepower for us. So that's why we're gonna have this idiot join us. Like, hey, join the member of the Warlords. Like we could use somebody like you. You're really strong, you're talented, you have a lot of people on your side. Like at least they're not lying about that one, but they're lying about the other two and stuff. Like Buggy's just all like, they really need me. It's like, well, I never thought the government needed me, but you know what? I'll take this offer. I'll take this offer. Write, like write a little yes on there. Write a little yes and stuff. I'll sign my name too and send it on back to them. I'm becoming a member of your warlords. Don't worry about a thing. Buggy doesn't know what trouble he got himself into. Weevil, I would like to say it wasn't Weevil that accepted to be a warlord. I would like to say it was Baki that accepted him to be a warlord of the sea. Only because of the fact of like Weevil's been going around just, kind of causing chaos wherever he liked and everything. Or at least just beating up Whitebeard pirate commanders and stuff. And I guess the Marines and the government are kind of looking at it like that kind of takes care of that problem for us. Like, thank you. But, we can't have him doing that on his own. So we kind of need to direct him to a path, on our side. So that's why, they throw in the invitation to be like, hey, Weevil was it? It's like, yeah. It's like, want to join the Warlords? It's like, wait, you guys are part of those Marines and government guys, right? It's like, didn't you go and attack my dad? Because Weevil thinks his dad is Whitebeard and stuff because Baki's telling him that. He's just like, didn't you guys attack my dad? It's like, oh, I mean, yeah, but, it wasn't like we had a choice of not attacking him, and Weevil's probably looking at it like, yeah, you did. You could have just not hit him. Could have let him just, take this ace guy or whatever, and kind of just let him run away. It's like, like they're kind of just looking at it like, is this guy an idiot? It's like, could we, like they're all looking at it like, can we talk to someone that's, a bit more understanding of the situation? Baki shows up and is all like, yes, I'm his mother down here. It's like, oh. It's like, well, ma'am, I think you understand the situation with why we had to do what we did. And Baki's like, yeah, I don't care about that. It's like, something about the warlord position you said. It's like, yeah, we were trying to invite your son here to be, a part of our group called the Warlords of the Sea. We could use his strength. It's like, huh. Give us a minute. Like she goes and tries to kind of scold him and kind of, talk to him and stuff and be like, look, Weevil, yeah, it may look that way that, these guys attacked your dad, okay? Like, they attacked my husband, okay? But, they recognize your strengths. They see you being, like, even greater than your dad, And you can use that because, maybe someday you could even use it to fight back at those guys for attacking your dad. It's like, I can? It's like, yeah, you can. In her mind, she's just all like, I'm just only using this only just to make sure these Marines get off our back. Okay, like, that's the only purpose of this warlord position anyway. So hopefully he, kind of is reasonable here. And I hope he is, because if not, this is going to cause problems for us. Like, we won't be able to get Whitebeard's fortune after all. This is going to be really problematic here. And Weevil would believe it and be like, oh, okay then. It's like, yeah, but don't tell them that, okay? Don't tell them of why, you're joining the Warlords and everything. Just tell them, tell them like, thanks for inviting me in your group. Yes, I will take it and everything. Like, I will take this invitation. You can fully have, me kind of supporting you guys from now on. I will be your Warlord of the Sea, and like everything will be fine. It will be okay. And Weevil's looking at it like, okay. So he goes and tells them that and everything. Marine dude's just looking at him like, okay. Thanks. Like, we're glad to have you, you know? And so he's kind of just walking away and everything, and Weevil would kind of just snicker a little bit. Like, that's what he would do. Like, Weevil in that instance would snicker and feel like, he thinks I'm really supporting him, but in all reality, I'm gonna beat him up later. Like he's just having like a stupid laugh and stuff. Like he's like, it's like that guy is gonna think I'm joining him and stuff. But guess what? It turns out I'm only joining him just to go and beat those guys up when I can. And Buck is just like, yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly the reason why. It's like, sure. She's still having fun with it. She's just all like, I really wish I could have came up with a better reason, but you know what? I guess that's the good scenario to go with, I guess. I don't know. God, this video is pretty long and everything, so I guess I'll kind of wrap it up pretty quick. Let's see, what are the warlords we got? Well, we got Law and everything, but that was because of the Rocky Port incident and everything, so that was really explained. Dofi, I don't really think we knew about Dofi and everything. I mean, I could have sworn his flashback could have, been explained and stuff, like on how he became a warlord of the sea, but I don't really think it was. I think it was more like, cutting time in and everything, like time in, time out, and it was like we were seeing all that and everything, but it was like Dofi, we didn't really get to see Dofi getting invited to the warlords during that flashback, like, getting some type of invitation or something. So I like to think that Dofi, one day and everything, because he keeps getting chased by Suru all the time and stuff, and it's all like, kind of the government's just all looking at it like, okay, Suru, we know that Dofi is kind of, the one you're chasing after, okay, we get it. But this little cat and mouse game you two are doing, it needs to stop. It's like, why? It's like, because there's actually good news. You two are going to be fighting on the same side. It's like, what? It's like, yeah. They hold up a little warlord invitation, like little note and everything, and be like, see? We're going to give him one of this, or you are. It's like, no. No, I'm not giving him that. No. Because the minute I see him, the only thing I can think of in my mind is to arrest that guy. Because you sure you want to go and hire this guy? It's like, yeah, because besides your little game that you two are playing and stuff, we've actually been watching, we've been watching what he's been doing. We see his strength, his crew, we're kind of watching all the things that he does and seeing what he can do. That dude's not to be messed around with, like, he doesn't play around, so that's why we want to invite him to the Warlords. We think he'll be, like a very good asset for this, for this team. It's like, go ahead. But I'm not delivering the letter. Have somebody else do it. It's like, fair enough. We thought you could do it and everything because you kind of know his trails and everything. His whereabouts much easier than we do, but this is going to be a lot harder to find him since you're not complying well. It's like, yeah, good luck with that. Suru just doesn't want to deal with that. She's like, I'm not giving him no warlord invitation. He doesn't deserve it. It's like, the way how I look at it, that guy's just going to go and backstab every one of us. I can feel it. In which he kind of does, because he's been pulling, stunts behind their back. So it's like, yeah. But, so yeah, they give Dofi the invitation and everything, but they kind of give the information like, look, we were lucky enough to find you, but, we could have found you much easier if it weren't for Suru. Like, basically, if it wasn't for Suru and everything, like, we would have found you a lot faster, but srry wasn't complying, so it took us a very long while to find you. And Dofi's just sitting there like, it's like, I understand. It's like, so, like they go away and Dofi's like, so, srry, they say you could have found me. Well, they're not wrong. Because I'm pretty sure you've been on my tail since day one when we met. So, yeah, it seems like, you could have found me within that, within a snap. All right, all right. It's like, game on. Yeah, I think I already talked about Mordia and everything. I know I made an origin story for Mordia, but I have no idea how he became a warlord and stuff. I'm not going into detail with him. Probably should do that within videos and stuff on, kind of explaining like some like details on how some of them became either like on how some of the warlords became warlords in the sense, or how they started out in their lives and stuff. Like almost talking about an origin story, but in a video. I think that's what I should do. But yeah, I know I didn't go too much with the Kaido thing, but it's just what it is. But anyway, though, yeah, this was a pretty long video and everything, like pretty much an hour. I think like almost like an hour and 25 minutes, or probably even above that. Probably, I think like yeah, maybe an hour and 25 minutes, really 26. But anyway. Yep, subscribe to the, or, this will be the end of the video. I know I keep forgetting to say that, but this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a like on the video, comment down below of your thoughts of, I guess all what I just spoke about and everything. Like, if you have, like, some interesting, like, little details and stuff of your own on why, the ones I can't really think of or remember why they became Warlords of the Sea, like, kind of like throw that in and everything in the comments below because, yeah, Crocodile, I did not really know. Mordius, I don't know about much either and everything. And for the scenarios of, like, creating for Weevil, Boa, and, yeah, Weevil, Boa, and Dofi, pretty much, like, there you go. And everything, probably a little bit of Mihawk as well, but there you go, really. Um, but anyway, though, this will be the end and everything, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!